Benoit Saint-Denis discovered mixed martial arts while enlisted in the French Special Forces. His military experience perfectly primed the Frenchman for combat as he transitioned from fighting on the front lines to fighting in 4-ounce gloves. As an unstoppable finishing force, Saint-Denis blasted through the regional scene before setting his sights on the UFC's lightweight division, and he's on his way to one day bringing UFC gold to France. The God of War tells us more about his journey in Fighter Focus.
Seek and destroy Benoit Saint-Denis. 5 years in French Special Forces, and he started training in MMA in 2017 to be a better SAS operator. Now he's on top of the world.
Better fight. Let's go. I think this guy has all the potential in the world. He's got a special quality and a real killer instinct.
I had a very happy childhood when I was young. I have 4 little brothers. We had everything we needed. We were a group of brothers looking out for each other. I took my role as a firstborn child very seriously. I wanted to be a knight, you know, because the knight is the one who is protecting the weak against the strong. My father was in the French Foreign Legion. I worked on mission outside of the country, so we moved a lot. I looked at his career and I knew it was partly the way I wanted to take. I became a French Special Air Service member, French Special Forces. Mostly what I did was counter-terrorism on the sub-Saharan band against Boko Haram and a couple of different branches of Islamic State. I did protection of high-value personalities like the president, ministers, generals in a lot of different countries in Africa. Also, I did a lot of sensitive site exploitation, which is having a fast collect of the information you have on the ground to try to directly use it to have another action in the night. I worked my ass off so I could be successful in it. After 5 years in Spec Ops, I was looking for my own adventure. In the army, you are always under orders, and I wanted to be my own boss.
Ok, là on va commencer. On se met par dos, protège tibia, gants.
I already trained at BJJ since 2017. 2018, I did a lot of kickboxing. I was feeling that if I didn't try MMA career, I was gonna regret it.
1 minute, I say switch, you switch, okay?
I think everything that you do in the military makes you better at fighting. You get up early, you learn about your diet, you learn about being able to sleep when it's important. The military pounds that into you.
Voilà, tu le fais tourner, hop, et t'attaques, voilà, magnifique.
Some people just like to fight. You know, some people just show up to do violence. But then there's somebody that's going to show up 12, 13 times a week, kickboxing in the morning, wrestling in the afternoon, strength and conditioning. There's so much to do in MMA, and he's approaching it like a professional. So that is a very strong characteristic, an attribute that the military teaches you that you then carry into fighting.
There's similarities. You have a training camp for a fight, you have a preparation for a mission. As a special force operator, you will have a good plan to get yourself ready for a mission or for a fight.
Ah, quel point avancé, oui, joli, magnifique.
I'm always looking for excellence. My goal was to become the best warrior and the best version of myself. Before UFC, I was 8-0. I took my first UFC fight on short notice in a weight class above to be sure I could sign to the organization.
Genou, rapide, allez, encore.
And also nobody wanted to fight the guy, so let's go.
Benoit Saint-Denis is undefeated In our fighter meeting, he mentioned he wants to be active, which could result in short notice fights at welterweight. He thinks his belt pursuit in the UFC will eventually be down at 155 pounds. And tonight, he's fighting one of the more credentialed welterweights that is not in the top 15 right now in Dos Santos.
This guy has no fear, but he has a tall task in front of him for a UFC debut.
Dos Santos eats a big shot there, returns fire with a 1-2.
It was a good fight, a tough fight.
Beautiful swing. Oh, another knee! But Saint-Denis fighting back.
Wow, he is tough.
Oh my God. Special forces in France. This guy's as tough as they come.
I lost by decision. It's my only loss.
I have so much respect for Saint-Denis. You think he's going to give up? He's not. Ever.
Le goût de la défaite, il aime pas. Et là, Benoît, lui, c'est les choses de nous. Il a tout à prouver et il va aller chercher.
Here's Benoit Saint-Denis making the walk for his second UFC appearance, but this will be the first time he fights in the UFC with what amounts to a full training camp.
Against top opposition, you have to be at a weight that is similar. So we took the decision to continue at lightweight.
He believes he's going to realize a lot of success at lightweight, and that is where he competes tonight.
The first fight after a loss, it's never easy to bounce back, but I was ready, I was in shape.
He's getting tight now, that's behind his head. There's the tap! Benoit Saint-Denis! You know, he had that debut, things did not go his way. He showed his heart and his toughness, but we all knew, and he knew more than anybody, what he is capable of with a full training camp. Benoit Saint-Denis wins it by submission.
The fight after was in Paris. What was your feeling about this?
Bonsoir and bienvenue à Paris, France. You have yourself a fight night. After changes in regulations and to support a groundswell in talent, the UFC embarks on its long-awaited maiden voyage to Paris.
I had to be there. It was the first UFC in France. Your name to be written in the French MMA history book. I had to do it.
What a moment for Benoit Saint-Denis, former Special Forces, makes history by becoming the first Frenchman to walk on French soil for the UFC.
Proudly representing France in here tonight. It's incredible to hear the pop from this crowd, especially representing the country the way that he has.
This place is deafening.
Oh! Whoa! Saint-Denis is swinging.
He crumples him. 10 seconds left.
Big shot.
Another left and another.
He's hurt. He's wobbling. He's down. This is it.
He breaks the storm in the second round. He gets the finish.
It was such a fun moment to be in.
It is a war cry from the god of war. Benoit Saint-Denis gets it done.
Benoit, the god of war, Saint-Denis, ladies and gentlemen. This man has something you're either born with or you don't. He is a fighter.
I'm starting to feel very confident and loose in the octagon.
You know, he served in the Special Forces. Things that this guy might have seen are just incredible, but this man fights tooth and nail every second he is in there.
I'm getting better and better, and I feel like I'm starting to be a prime fighter.
It's game over! The God of War does it again in Paris!
People are starting to take me very seriously.
I think we're looking at a future star in the lightweight division. This guy's representing France, former Special Forces, tough as they come, skilled. He's a fantastic fighter. How do you not love watching him fight?
I want to prove that I'm a top contender.
Oh, head kick! Ravola's in real trouble, that's it! Wow!
Benoit Saint-Denis! Allons-y!
I'm hungry. Let's go.